it going? I would like to introduce myself because I've tried to do this multiple times, but never worked out for me because I never know what to do. But in the back of my head, I'm always like, you know, do this, but I never do it because I don't know. I just never know what to say when I'm talking about this subject, but I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. So hi, my name is Ayana. I'm 21 years old, and when I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with transverse myelitis. I would lie to you right now and try and give you a definition of it, but I don't know the definition of it. I just know that it has changed my life since I was a child. And I don't know. I think it's made me into the person that I am today. And not in a bad way, actually. I've overcome things in my life that you know, a lot of people would have a hard time overcoming, but I did it because I had to. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to tell you guys my story because when I was a kid, I used to look up things about transverse myelitis and like on YouTube and you know, Google, and it's not really much on YouTube. It's not really much being said about it or like people talking about it, and the videos that are there are like really old. So I wanted to just be one of the newer people telling my story. So here we go. So this happened to me, like I said, when I was 7 years old. It was the summer of my second grade year. I think before my second grade year or the summer after my second grade. I don't know, but I know I was 7. And my back was hurting like really bad one day. It was just like hurting all day, and my parents thought it was because I was carrying around my brother because he was big and I was small. So everybody thought it was because I was carrying him around. But only later to find out that night my back was like hurting like really bad. Like I couldn't stand it bad. So I was laying down in my room and my sister came upstairs and she asked me to turn the channel for her on the TV because she was really young, so she didn't, you know, she needed help. So when I went to go help her turn the channel, I was trying to press the button on the TV and my finger wouldn't, like, I couldn't put pressure on my finger basically. Like I was trying to press the button and my finger would like move like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, something's wrong. Like literally, like something's really wrong. So I got up and I was gonna go downstairs and tell my mom, and when I got up I couldn't open the door. So like I was trying to grab the doorknob and like I couldn't hold on to the doorknob. Like my hands basically just like froze up. So I'm like by this time I'm crying and I'm like, oh God, like something's really wrong. So I walk downstairs and I sit on the couch and I tell my mom that about everything that just happened, and I told her my back was hurting and she didn't know what to do, and because I was her first kid and she was still young, and you know, she was confused and she didn't know what to do, and my grandmother didn't know what to do either because, you know, like who would know what to do in that situation. So she finally decided that she'd take me to the hospital, and by that time I couldn't walk anymore, so my mom had to carry me to the car. And the car right there, I remember vaguely, I remember I was sitting in the car and I was crying and I was like, I don't know what's going on with me, like I don't know what's wrong. Because just think about like the day before, you know, I'm running around with all of my friends outside, riding my bike, you know, running around with my sister and, you know, playing just like a regular kid. And then the next day, all of this is going on. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And my mom, she's scared too. She doesn't know what to do. So we get to the urgent care center and they were terrible. I don't really remember much, but from what my mother told me, um, it was a pretty bad situation. I mean, I remember being there and I remember I was uncomfortable, but I don't remember everything that happened. But they thought that my mom or me or I had Munchausen syndrome, and they thought we were trying to just get attention because they didn't know what was going on. So, you know, they finally like ran some tests and they saw that like my temperature was really high and like I couldn't pee on my own. So they finally sent me to the children's hospital, and I kind of remember the ambulance ride. So we were driving, the ambulance was taking me to the children's hospital, and I loved that place. I know it's weird to say it's a hospital, but they were the greatest doctors and staff and everything. They were great. So we got to the children's hospital, and I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was so scared. Like, I couldn't move anything from the neck down. Like, I was just like basically paralyzed. So we got to the hospital, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me for a while. I don't remember how long it took them to diagnose me. Like, at first they thought I had MS, but they finally diagnosed me with transverse myelitis. And like I said, I don't know the exact definition. I should look that up. But I do know it's an inflamed spinal cord. That's what I know. And they don't know how it happens. They said that I was born with it, but it just happened one day. And they said it could be from a bug bite or anything else. So that's what I just tell people. I tell people different stories, but honestly, no one knows how it happened. It just happened one day. So I was in the hospital for a little bit. I don't remember how long, but I was in there for a while, and it was a long recovery. I'm not fully 100% back to where I was when I was a kid. I did a lot of therapy when I was in the hospital. They basically had to train me to like walk and all of that again. And yeah, my left side is completely, I'd say 95% all the way back, and my right side, I would say like 58% back. I walk with a limp, and I can't use my right hand. It's like gone. But I can use my left and my left leg, and I can still walk, but not, you know, normally or typically how people would normally walk. But I try and stay positive and stay in good spirits, because it could be worse and I could be worse. But I am living a good life, and I don't know, I'm just happy, and I try and remain happy, and I try and remain positive, because when I was a kid I was very sad. Like I said, one day it just all changed. Like, I couldn't go and play outside with my friends anymore. Like, I couldn't go ride my bike outside with my friends anymore. Like, I couldn't do normal things normal kids did. I had to still train myself to do what I can do today, and it's still not 100% how it used to be. And it gets to me sometimes still, because, you know, I think about all the things that I could be able to do if all of this didn't happen to me. But I still think about all the stuff that I am able to do, and all the great people that I have around me that, you know, are able to accept who I am and appreciate who I am, and are pushing me to be better than I am every day. So I don't know, I just wanted to make this video to let anybody that might be going through something similar know that everything's gonna be okay. And just because something life-altering happens doesn't mean that it has to be negative. You can make it positive, and you can make something good happen out of it. And I just wanted to spread a good message, because these days it's hard to come by good messages. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you learned a little bit about me. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.